Alright, the final chapter begins. So this is going to be for earth signs, for the moon to moon reading, for just sort of like a heart-to-heart with the universe, like an overall, like, the universe were to say, bottom line, homie, here's what I'm saying, and I just want to give it the opportunity to do so. So, earth signs, straight up, justice, okay? First card out from the universe, major arcana, justice. So you're going to be, I mean, this could represent often, it's could be like a legal or court matter coming into play or needing your attention. So it also could mean just a balancing of energy in your life, giving justice to things who may, or people or places that may have been kind of left aside or forgotten. But justice with the Eight of Wands, so you're going to get messages. It's a fast-moving energy, and coming forthright from the justice is, it can mean loyalty as well, but it's more so, I'd say, messages and fast-moving energy, communication of sorts. The Queen of Swords follows the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords talks about cutting out the shit, saying enough is enough, and she's facing the Justice card. So, I really feel like you may need to quickly bring justice to your life by, cutting some stuff out. Could be a person, an air sign, a female, male, doesn't matter, but it does talking about having an action, a communicative truth that cuts away anything that doesn't serve you or is no longer necessary in your life. And this is coming in a fast manner, okay? Because there's a sense of just there's a sense of being like like when someone cannot be consoled, unconsolable. Bottom of the deck is 10 of Swords. Okay, so yeah, so let's get some clarifications about this Justice card real quick before we go any further with these. Justice, what are you doing here? These earth signs for their heart-to-heart with the universe. What it's trying to say. Okay. All right, Empress drops on that Justice. So the Empress could be a female, once again, similar to the Queen of Swords. But she's talking about she is the ultimate fertile female available. And then the High Priestess also just kind of takes the universe energy and crowns the Empress, and she then becomes the High Priestess. But the Empress is all four queens in balance with each other, rising into the Empress, right? She can also mean motherhood, so this could be having to do with children, and perhaps this legal matter has to do with custody or the mother of children or family situation, okay? But it's to bring justice to that ultimate femininity. If no children are involved, it's just your creation and the balance of who you are as a human being, engaging that feminine energy. If you're a female, there may be an important female that encompasses this very beautiful and becoming very balanced and can encompass any queen at any time, right? So Temperance is what comes beneath the Eight of Wands, which is kind of an interesting combination. So although this justice is coming forthright and quickly, the universe is asking you to have temperance with it and to see it for what it really is as it comes. I think it's interesting. I just thought, see the forest for the trees, and when you look at this Eight of Wands card, there are the trees back there. There's a forest back there. So I don't know what that means to anybody, but as it comes through, temper the information, temper the messages, look at them, you know, don't, just because it's being said, or just because, you know, a respected authority perhaps in justice says it, doesn't necessarily make it right. So you always have to question and decide for yourself what's right. And the Queen of Swords then is there to help temper, to make sure and protect, because the Eight of Swords is beneath her, and she is there to cut out the bullshit, to keep you from feeling mentally entrapped, okay? Because the Eight of Swords talks about mental entrapment. It is like a mental prison, even. But it's one that, you know, sort of you choose or is created by self or scenario. So it isn't one that, it's almost like you're, the whole time you have the key and you didn't realize it. And you can just sort of walk right out. You can climb right over the fence, right? Nothing's really holding you in. It's your perspective that is, okay? And she's here to help cut that away and give you, you know, a temperate perspective with this information that's coming in pertinence to that Justice card, okay? So that nature of being unconsolable, that unrequited, is followed by the Lovers. So there may be something here of an unrequited love, or an imbalanced partnership, okay, that isn't serving and causing this mental entrapment. Or maybe even it's possible that there's someone that's has the mother of the children and is maybe getting a divorce, separating from the mother of the child or the family unit with a fast moving energy that's tempered, though, in some way by the Queen of Swords, right? So it's not outward, and the Queen of Swords is cutting away this mental entrapment. So it almost feels like maybe another woman here who's coming through to cut away the mental entrapment of this relationship with the Empress and temper the way this all goes down. Because the love is unrequited, but the Lovers comes beneath that unrequited, the Four of Cups. So it feels like, and then next is Page of Wands with the Ace of Cups. So, you know, what an interesting thing, because if we go just Empress, the Emperor, the Empress, Temperance, that was the hard part, they kept trying to combine there. Eight of Swords, the Lovers, and Ace of Cups, you know. So, you know, there's an energy of temperance towards the Empress, and the mental entrapment of the Lover, okay, to whom you want to offer the Ace of Cups. So it feels as though there may be a need to separate, get a divorce, or in the process of, or, you know, create justice and balance with this motherly figure, okay? Temper what you're saying to this person. Temper the information that's being given about this other queen, or the situation, or what the backstory is, okay? There's no need to communicate anything but truth. That's what this queen talks about. So just address that with truth as you look back, because I feel as though there will be some mind games or an effort from this female to entrap you mentally, right? But you already know that it's unrequited. You already know that your future is with this Ace of Cups and perhaps another lover, but not this one. That seems like that, and I don't know why this is all coming out. It didn't come out so much in the love. But, you know, also, it doesn't, if there are no people involved and you're talking simply about your own life, it's really important to realize that, you know, balance for yourself, living the life you love. Right now, you may be living a life you're not really into. It feels like it doesn't give back to you. You're entrapped in your mental space, you know, seeking some type of temperance, and to figure all of this out and to attain, you know, your empire and your just empire here with the Empress. And self-love with the Ace of Cups, that's really what that boils down to, because with the overflowing cup of self, you can offer to anyone you know, any amount of love that you would like to. As a matter of fact, you're intended to, you're supposed to once your cup is full, right? So the Fool comes last, interestingly, dropped together with the Queen and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so next to the Ace of Cups, it really, okay, now it's like you want to offer cups everywhere, so there's water here. But it looks like a new beginning with a female, a queen of an emotional, beautiful, sexy, you know, not fiery like the wands, but just has all that, you know, subtle beauty, but outwardly also like magnificent and gorgeous. And you want to offer her, you want to come to bring that Knight of Cups or that Ace of Cups to her as the Knight of Cups, okay, with a new beginning. So it looks like there's some type of ending here, bringing justice to some situation in the past or in the family unit. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles on the bottom, so you're, you know, you have an ultimate completion happening here that's going to, you know, serve your greatest foundational security, okay, so financially as well. Let's get a chakra card for you guys. Where is the chakra imbalances? All right, so inner child, and let's get one more. And universal light. Okay, so you may have some inner child. Again, it's mentioning children, so this may pertain to this Empress and the Justice. I mean, you can be a great parent. You don't have to be with the person you made children with. You can still make happiness for the child, even if not in the same bedroom or home. So the universal light force empowerment. So, you know, it's really important to empower yourself with truth, the cosmic truth. No matter what the past has been, the future is empowered. Okay, empower yourself. There's no shame in moving forth with clarity and awareness towards what you really want and believe in life. Sometimes people don't agree, and sometimes that hurts them. But you know, really, that's on them. They choose their course as well. You know, we all take risks in love. We all take risks investing and opening our hearts. And sometimes the other person doesn't want to open or isn't available in the way we need them to be. That doesn't make them wrong or us wrong. It makes the situation wrong. And so getting out of it is the right thing to do, right? So vision, quest, and synergy on your cards. So, you know, go within, find, you know, that which is harmonious within you and express that into your reality and manifest it into your reality right now. The desert, you know, go out on your own and ask for guidance from the universe. Ask for clarity on how to exactly make all this happen with the least amount of pain, okay? Because I don't see a lot of swords. We're not trying to cause anybody pain. We're just trying to create happiness, right? And sometimes that does, like I said, inevitably cause pain. So, yeah, move forth. Don't be afraid of, you know, going with your heart. You got Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, of Lovers. Boom. Your past has a lot to do with, you know, an entrapment, and your future has a lot to do with fulfilled cups and new beginnings. Page of Wands into the Fool. So create the reality that allows you to come forth into this reality, whether there's someone you know or not already. You are preparing yourself for a much greater union in love and emotion in your life, emotional balance, and bringing that into your life, whether it's in a relationship or your creative abilities or just with yourself, okay? All right. Thank you. I hate it. Okay. See you soon at the full moon. Maybe for some twin flame stuff in between. Okay. Bye.